What's up, guys? We're back here, BSLT price update. We are about 6 days into the North America launch. Take a look at the price of BSLT, talk about some of the latest breaking news that has happened today. So currently the price is 25.5 cents. So it has not gone, up really. It has gone as high as 28 cents. But there was some big breaking news that happened today in Discord, and they actually said that they've been controlling the price a little bit more. So the announcement was very, very important. They're saying they're adding more liquidity to the liquidity pool. Let's pull this up right here. So 12:30 a.m. this morning. First of all, we deeply appreciate that we were able to successfully launch the service in the Americas with your affection and interest. Currently, the influx of new users continues, and the demand for BSLT is also continuously increasing. Although the company has sold all of its profits in February since the last announcement, the market price of BSLT is still rising rapidly. I don't know where they're getting this rapidly, right? So it went from 22 cents to 28 cents. I guess if you consider that rapidly, then sure. Then it says, we believe that it is essential to achieve a stable and steady upward trend in the BSLT prices, rather than repeating rapid rises and falls. So meaning they don't want massive surges like we saw in the Asian server, where it went from, 10 cents to 25 cents, then 25 cents to 50 cents, and then 50 cents to like 94 cents, all within the span of a couple of days, actually. So it seems that they're trying something different. We believe that it's essential to achieve stable and steady upward trend in the BSLT prices, rather than repeating rapid rises and falls, in order for Archeworld's economic systems to grow steadily over the long term. We concluded that the liquidity pool is still insufficient compared to user demand and transaction activity. Accordingly, we plan to supply additional liquidity pool by using some of the company's accumulated profits until January. So they still had profits from January and prior months they had not sold. So what they're doing is now they're going non-periodic execution if necessary. After this announcement, the first supply will be proceeded immediately after the announcement to prevent abuse. So they dumped the price right away as soon as they did this announcement. It's essentially meaning that they're adding more BSLT to the pool to give it more liquidity, which means it's going to be harder for the price to go up or harder for the price to really go down. So they are trying to keep it in this upward trend slowly but surely and not have any massive spikes. I still think that this is going to have some pretty big spikes. I still believe that even after this announcement that we will see 50 cents sooner rather than later. My prediction for 50-cent BSLT price has always been around the 2 weeks after the server launch. So, we're coming up at about 6 days right now. In about 8 more days, I think we're going to get very, very close to that 50-cent mark, even if XL Games puts more selling pressure on. And the reasons behind this is quite simple. You need to put down houses, and houses stake a lot of BSLT. So right now, everyone's using tents, but as people progress and upgrade their houses and upgrade their Archean machines and their beds, they're going to be putting down larger house designs, houses, extra large, mansions. Those are going to start filling up. And also the world is going to be filled up with rentals. People are going to start realizing how good renting is in this game. Like, it is very profitable. We'll do a video on the renting in the future, showing off the profitability of where it's at right now. But let's continue on here. So they did say one more thing, how to proceed. They are going to swap a certain percentage of BSLT accumulated until January into the T-Bora, and then supply all 100% of swap T-Bora to BSLT/T-Bora DEX liquidity pool. Archeworld will always actively listen and accept the opinions of users and that develop step by step. So I don't know why they put that last little comment in there, right? Because the overwhelming feedback has been, they didn't like server 2, they want individual auction house, and they weren't listening on that front, right? But yeah, I wanted to put this last phrase in this announcement, but this is dumb. This is XL Games. They can do whatever they want, right? So the price, we'll keep going back to it here, is 25 cents, and I think they're really just going to keep this above 20 cents, but not try to break out at 30 cents. but I think there's just no stopping it right now, right? So in about one more week and a half, so about 8 more days, I think we're going to see about close to 50 cent BSLT price. I actually purchased yesterday, I think it was, a little bit more BSLT at this 25 cents. I think I purchased like 3,000 more BSLT or something like that. And that was proceeds that came from the fandom NFTs that I've sold. So now that fandom NFTs no longer have a purpose, really, like they still give you priority queue access, but we're not seeing crazy queues, so you don't really need them. You can sell them off, is essentially what I'm doing on the fandom NFT cards. And then when the European server will come out, you'll want to have fandom cards once again. But if it's similar to the Americans, and I think it will be, so right now I'm on the train that when Europe launches at the end of the year, we are going to see 2 European servers again. I think they're going to do very similar to what happened here. They're going to do server 1 as launching, X dates, say like December 10th or whatever, right? And then the lands are going to sell out. Like the lands are overwhelmingly going to sell out. They're going to sell out in a couple of minutes, and then they're going to be like, well, due to overwhelming demand, we're going to open server 2, and they're going to once again do a land sale on server 2. So I think we're going to see the exact same history repeat itself, in part because what happened with the servers over here, server 1 was essentially all kinds of Asian players. Like there's 2 main factions in server 1, and they were big guilds from Asia. So the Asian players jumped over to server 1, and what we're hearing is like server Asia is kind of like a ghost town, but that's okay. Like there's still some people there. Like it's not crazy populated, but like yeah, most of the players went to server 1 in America and are playing over here because it's more profitable, and they also were able to mint with the fandom cards that they held. So I think the same thing's going to happen is when European gets announced, server 1 is going to be the Asian people that had fandom cards. They're going to hop over to that server, and they're going to kind of dominate in the sense of that, like, okay, there's going to be some whales over there, and everyone is going to be like playing that one for a little bit. And then server 2 will be all like the new European players that like, want to check out the game and try it out. And so I think server 2 will definitely be where it's at for Europe, in my opinion. Like, I'm personally going to try it out when Europe comes, but my main character will always be on America. Obviously, if you can make money in server, Europe, why not? That's the main point of this game is to make money, right? Or to have some fun, or to have both at the same time. So if you can make money on a new server launch because everything is already like hyper inflated and the values are just insane, might as well do it and play over there for a little bit. So that's my thoughts. That's what I'm preparing for Europe. But as of now, I do see the BSLT price going up. The only big issue that we have on BSLT price, and it's always been the same issue, is the lockup period for like investors and partners. So some of these investors and partners have, millions of coins of BSLT, and we don't know when exactly the lockup period ends. So was it when they acquired the tokens, or was it when the server launched in Asia, which is September 1st? Somewhere in between this range, but between maybe like June and September 1st, there's going to be a lot of more BSLT tokens that are unlocked. The 1-year lockup period will end for these investors, these backers, and that could really, really affect the price significantly. So we'll have to see what happens there. But around that time, too, we also should be seeing the ocean naval content, which could be a big surge on the BSLT price as well. So I think the game has a bright future. The token price definitely could be very sporadic in the coming months, but I do think in the coming weeks, the short term, we're going to see a very, very big spike of BSLT. I don't think with them trying to control the price now, I don't think we're going to see over $1. So, I think it might get somewhere between 50 and $1 is the peak once again. I don't think they want it to be higher than 50 cents. Last time it hit over 50 cents, they did direct credit card sales to try and here's an option to play the game. So I don't think they want it over 50 cents right now. Maybe in the future they will, but right now I think they're going to definitely try to control this price around 50 cents in the coming weeks. So let me know. What do you think? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm right? Post it in the comments. Love to hear from you guys. As always, thanks for watching.